Hey, Royal Family, welcome to my General Hospital Daytime Drama channel. I am your hostess, the Daytime Drama Queen. I will be reading more of the comments that you all sent in. There was a delay in getting to the comments, so most of these episodes have already aired. Thank you. Now, let's get into it. Cindis Christ writes, it would have added a sweet layer to the intimacy if they had taken a moment to acknowledge that it was Trina's first time. Spencer could have reassured her that it would be okay and that he'd taken precautions with a condom. They also should have brushed their teeth after the meal and before getting close. It would have only taken a minute. Thank you for your comment, Cindis. Cindis, unless they had a bowl of Wilson or Swift chitlins, there was no need to brush their teeth. I'm quite sure they groomed themselves before the date. Sonia Met had a response to your comment. Sonia writes, Cindis, these two young lovers were practically in heat and lost in each other from the time they turned down dessert at the restaurant. Reasoning and sensible thinking had long deserted their brain along with its blood supply. Their body was in pure physical mode, hence the no teeth brushing and the no assurance talk from Spencer. Spencer said that he wanted their first time to be special, and it was ravishingly so. Long live Sprina. Thank you for your comment, Sonia. Sonia, as you said, they were in heat and they were hurried. Now I could see the teeth brushing after the lovemaking session. Thanks for your comment. Sonia also says, Queen, thank you for the beautiful song. I love Etta James, and her song is so appropriate for this epic occasion. Your editing and frame by frame photos of Sprina in their most affectionate and intimate moments is simply outstanding. You captured Sprina in all their splendor. Thank you, Sonia, for those kind words. Yeah, I just had to make the video to make it last so I could play it back over and over. Thank you. Heaven Hancock writes, you do know that they don't actually do that. All they do is kiss. Thank you for your comment, Heaven. Sabrina Hughes says, this was so good. The editing was superb. Thank you. You're welcome, Sabrina. Patricia Ingram writes, I'm interested to see where the Charlotte storyline goes. Is she going to cause harm to Anna? How does Valentine plan to help his daughter? I say Lulu needs to wake up. Charlotte needs her mom. Thank you for your comment, Patricia. Patricia, as long as Charlotte has Victor's blood running through her bloodline, her veins, Lulu can't help her. The Cassadines are somewhat cursed. Valentine's not wrapped too tight. And I don't believe that Lulu is her biological mom. Thanks for your comment. Cindis Christ writes, Spencer and Trina's relationship can't possibly go back to the way it was before they took this step. They must progress now. Spencer needs to include her and his situation with Ace and Esme instead of keeping her on the perimeter. They need to figure out how to merge their lives better. Thank you for that comment, Cindis. Cindis, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Spencer does not need to include Trina in anything involving Ace and Esme. Esme needs to be independent and get from under Spencer. She needs to spread her wings and fly. Travois Marshall wrote, they can't go back, but they can be ended in death like all the other couples on the soaps. Besides, law and order and liberal crime do not go together. Travois, in my platform, you also hurl the B word at certain individuals. I do not condone such language on the platform. Francis Myers wrote, stop being a hater. Thank you so much for your comment, Francis. Dorothy Lindsay responded, well, so now you're calling people out their names. How low can you go, Travois Marshall? You cannot stand the fact that Spencer is with Trina. Stop crushing on Spencer, and you need to stop hating on Spencer. These are two wonderful people that have brought daytime soaps to a whole new level around the world. You and no one else can change that. Calling someone out their name is awful. Where is your home training, or have you ever had any? Thank you for your comment, Dorothy. Dorothy, GH is a fictional story. Trina and Spencer do not exist. There is a disconnect somewhere. Thank you for your comment. Dorothy also says, not for Spencer and Trina, no doubt. You are not paying attention and you see and hear what you want to. Something is really wrong with your picture. Once again, thank you, Dorothy. Lula Allen wrote, I agree with all you ladies, but Travois Marshall has a warm spot in my heart. His goal is to get an arousal out of everyone that cares about Spencer and Trina. He is a soap opera critic. Thank you for your comment, Lula. Critic or no critic, he's not going to berate people on this platform. Desmond Walker says, Spencer could be old as dirt and he would still be thinking about that night with Trina. He ain't never forgetting about that. Thank you so much for that comment, Desma. Desma, even if he has amnesia like Jason, Esme, and Ned Eddie Main, he'll always remember that night. Thanks again. Dorothy Lindsay replied, Desma, this is so true for making me laugh. Thanks for making me laugh. Thank you, Dorothy. Andrea Wahlberg says, I was loving it. It was passionate and loving and caring, and it was beautiful and romantic, all the above. Love it, and I'm here for all of it. It was fire. Thank you so much for that, Andrea. It was all of that and more. Now, A.M. Lindsay says, this scene was absolutely beautiful. My heart is filled with so much joy that Sabrina took their relationship to another level. My tears are too many to hold. I'm loving it. Thank you for that, A.M. A.M., I did not cry. I just stood in front of the television dumbfounded. I couldn't move. Nellie D writes, that was kind of healing in a way. My first time was unremarkable. This scene was done so well. GH writers, the actors, the intimacy coordinators, etc., all did a great job. Thank you for your comments, Nellie D. Nellie, the only gripes I have is that Spencer and Trina should have been given the whole hour. Thanks anyway. Sonia Met responds, the attention to details on the set shows how much went into making this moment magical and enchanting for Sabrina. GH succeeded beautifully. Long live Sabrina. Thank you again for that, Sonia. Nellie D writes or responded to Sonia. She says, Someone did mention the lack of protection as one thing that was missed. I don't know if they can show condoms, but they could have had Spencer reach for his wallet, open it, and then cut away. Other than that, it was perfect. Nelly, again, I've never seen anybody reach for a condom before they got intimate on TV. Maybe I just missed it. Sonia Metz says, that is a very good point, Nelly. I am trying to remember have been that, if I have seen that in Joss's case with Dex or any other young adults on the soaps. Even though Trina spoke to Joss about her plans, there was no mention of contraceptives. Since Trina is a very responsible girl, maybe they want us to assume that she did what she had to do. If not, maybe the writers are looking for a pregnancy storyline as a way for Spencer to transition to the Netflix show. Thank you for that, Sonia. Sonia, I was thinking the same somewhere on those lines. I said that I think that Trina will show up pregnant and that she will get a lot of heat from Portia and that she and Spencer will run away and come back with a baby born. Thank you. Bonnie Wynn writes, well, Queen, I thought I'd never see the day. It really was wonderful, thoughtful, tender, romantic, passionate. I'm so glad for an epic first love scene for both of them. Thank you, Bonnie. So am I. Kimberly Wainwright writes, perfect song for a perfect couple. Thank you for that, Kimberly. It sure was. Lula Allen says, love will always win over every obstacle that comes their way. Spencer and Trina have true love, and everyone can feel it. Tabiana and Nick are a super couple. Thank you so much for that, Lula. Yeah, they became a super couple for me this past Friday. Sandy Moon says, perfect, beautiful young love. Thank you, Sandy, for that. Desma Walker says, such a fitting song for such an epic event. Thank you, Desma. Mia Izari wrote, Sprina. Sonia Med says, Queen, you totally wiped me out with your description of Sprina's love-making rotisserie chicken. Like Spencer said, I have no words. Thank you, Sonia. When Spencer and Trina were rotating, all I could think of was a chicken on a rotisserie going round and around and around. Thank you. Carolyn Jennings writes, it was good seeing Sasha step up to Gladys and throw her lies back into her face. Temporary writers, I salute you for getting GH back on track and bringing a close to some of the long drawn out storylines. Who knows how much longer Sasha's story would have dragged out if you weren't there. Thank you for your comment, Carolyn. Carolyn, it's time to wrap up the Gladys storyline. And after today's episode, I don't think she'll be around much longer. Thank you. Desma Walker commented, oh my God, the play-by-play you did for Spencer and Trina had me dying. Desma also says, a cowboy on crack, I'm dead. Thank you for your comments, Desma. Desma, during that episode, I was at a loss for words. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Thank you. Natalie Pinkston says, I lost it several times over. Oh my God, it was so good. Trina and Spencer were on fire. Thank you for your comments, Natalie. They were on fire. Sandy Moon writes, love Trina and Spencer. She was so cute. Finally, they will have some romance. Greedy Gladys and the devious doctor need to be under the jail. Thank you for that, Sandy. I agree. I hope this week will be the end of both of them. JNBP writes, so I enjoyed seeing this episode. The best friend talk between friends Joss and Trina was good too. Can't wait till tomorrow. Thank you for your comment, JNBP. Helen Williams wrote, Woman I Love. Yes, Spencer. Thank you for your comment, Helen. Sabrina Hughes writes, Hey Queen, oh my God, regarding Sabrina, Spencer is romancing his boo and sparing no expense. Wonder why he just didn't use the Cassadine jet or jet just as Sonny to use his. When Spencer told Trina he loved her, I swooned. Trina had a little smoke for him when he mentioned Esme. I gagged when he said she was trustworthy, but I digress. Spencer had to go and take that cold shower, or they weren't going to make it to dinner. Regarding Gladys, Stink A, she has to die. Prison is too good for her and that psycho doctor. I was just wondering who is going to do it, Sonny or Miss Wu. Regarding Sasha, they better not dope her up again. Thank you again for that, Sabrina. Yeah, how much doping can Sasha take? I hope that Miss Wu would take her out. Sonny would be too gentle because she is family, but Miss Wu won't spare any torture. Tamika Brown writes, How do you know if Esme is a good actress? She has not had her own storyline. It's about the baby and Spencer. I do not think he trusts her at all. Thank you for that comment, Tamika. I don't think he trusts her either, and I don't think he won't after Friday's episode. Thank you. Diane Smith writes, Hi Queen, did Spencer see the text? I think Esme was lying. She wanted to see if Spencer would keep his word when he told her that he would do anything for Ace, even breaking a date with Trina. Now that game will begin. Thank you for your comments, Diane. Diane, I still don't know if Esme was lying or did she really get the text, but based on her behavior of the past, it stands to reason that she was lying. What made her change her mind? I do not know. Thank you. Leanne Christian writes, Esme only allowed Spencer to go on the trip because she knew he would be miserable at home with her and Ace. He would have figured out Ace really didn't catch the chicken pox. I'm sure when Spencer and Trina get back from their trip, Esme would have already plotted to make it seem like Ace is sick with something else to keep Spencer away from Trina. And Esme will make up an alleged illness. GH writers have gotten to be ridiculous with the Esme and Ace interrupting Sabrina storyline. It's boring and worn out. Thank you for that, Leanne. Yeah, I think the writers have concluded that Esme interrupting crap. Angela Clark writes, Esme and the Ace, baby Ace, are getting boring. Desma Walker says, I see that GH got a new Molly after the recent one got a lot of heat for being on the show. Apparently, many people did not like her, myself included. Thank you for your comment, Desma. Desma, I didn't like her either. She was always whining, and she just didn't look the part. Well, Royal Family, I will have more comments this week. So please send me your comments, your thoughts, and your theories, and I will discuss on the air. This has been the Daytime Drama Queen saying, ta ta.